Welcome back to Season 2 of Frat Fluent Podcast. Find us on Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Disclaimer: this podcast is not for children or younger teens due to sexual content and foul language. Listener discretion advised. Welcome to the Frat.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You listen to the Frat Fluent Podcast. I'm your boy, Moe.
And I'm Shelton, and this is the Frat Fluent Podcast Bestfriend interview.
Oh, that's fine. Don't interview me. Don't ask my name. That's fine. I'm Jace Horton, everybody.
We got a very special guest who I'm sure Sheldon would want to take the honors in introducing.
This is my best friend. Since before I was born, I was kicking his ass. So This is Jace Horton, everybody.
This is This is a lot of your first time meeting him. If you're at home listening to this right now, this is also my first time meeting Jace too. So let's see. I'm excited. Sheldon's told me a lot about him. He's mentioned him on the podcast a couple of times, some stories, but I'm really excited for this. And
you better not be talking shit, Shelton, John.
You listen to podcasts, you know what shit I be talking.
There we go.
Yeah, that's okay. It's all just good shit.
So now we're gonna start off hitting the ground running. We got some business. This has been the number one recommended question by all the fans. Ass or titties?
Ooh, if you're not an ass, then you're just an animal.
This is gonna be. You know what? As far as I would take a bullet for you right now, and I just met. Look at that. But I'm not gonna lie, because I was conducting research earlier, and sometimes, bro, the titties will make you think.
Let me just add, if you're not for ass, no, you're not. You're lying. You are for ass. You just are lying to yourself. And I hate you. Change your decisions. Change your ways.
If you're not ass, you're probably like a psychopath or something.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, but
100%. Yeah.
Some chicks got the milk carriers that make you think, though. It's like, okay, do I have to be an ass guy, or can I let this one slide? She's the exception.
You don't want to drown in them. You know, if they're too big, that's a little much.
I don't know, dude. You got to come up here one day. Like, there are times where people say, "Oh, that looks too big," or how do you? I don't know. It's hard for me to.
There's nothing better to drown in than some mommy milkers. That's all I'm saying.
Yuck. Hell's only getting hotter.
Cause you know what it is? Because I have a cousin who actually he's a big ass guy. What am I saying? But all right, another question from the fans. Actually, you said you're an ass man yourself,
right?
So have you ever looked at anyone before and you're like, okay, you know what? She could sit here. And for those who can't see at home, I'm pointing to my face. Like if you see a chick where you're just like, she could sit on my face.
Actually, my girlfriend.
I like that loyalty though. That's right. That's
somebody's trying to get out of the doghouse is what I heard.
Yeah, no. I stay out of the doghouse, man. I'm in the human house.
Human house?
He's in the house.
Yes, Dad.
It's better than the doghouse or the big house.
I'm in the human house, man. What the hell? So we talked for a little bit before we started recording. My Arkansas accent has started to come out a little bit more because I'm talking with the man Jace Horton. So with that came the question, could Moe pass in Arkansas as not a Jersey boy? And Jace, like off the rip, you said,
dude, we have the same complexion. Look at me. Oh, maybe not.
But do you have a good Arkansas accent? We need to hear you try to blend in with
There's
the
no way.
We need to be the judge of that.
Yeah.
There's no way I could even have any type of Southern twang. There's no way.
We have two Southerners right here. So if anybody is going to give you an honest answer, it's gonna be us.
I know 100% it would be you guys. The problem is I really can't even mimic.
You don't even have a Southern accent?
No, I can't mimic it. There's no way. Like, it just won't come out. Like, I can't mimic it.
Just try. It's gonna be fun.
No, like I'm terrible with mimicking accents in general. I can't do any accents. Like, it's just I don't have. Some people can do any accent. Mm-hmm. I can't. I don't have. It's just what I am.
Just smile. Okay, so everything that you say, just smile while you're doing it. Like,
oh
my God, bless your heart. Like, everything is super wide.
I feel like I would look just
bless
douchey.
Your sweetheart.
Exactly. The R's are like, you really hit the R's. Because with this one, you kind of like, your
can't.
R's are like an aw, like an AW. And with Southerners, it's a hard R.
Like, my R's are pretty Like in words, they're not all there.
You should try it. Just try it. Just smile, and every R in a word just really.
All right, I'm gonna try to do it on Jace, and you let me know if I pass. Just looking at the screen. Bless your heart.
That was pretty good.
That was good. I gotta be honest. That
Bless.
was good. You know, I was kind of expecting something a little more shallow, but you know, it was good.
Shallow in what way? Like you expected me to really gas it? Like
bless your heart. Like you're trying to act like you know how to talk like a Southerner, and you know you're not gonna be ridiculed, but you're gonna be frowned upon.
So basically, you're saying like stereotyping the accent, like going too hard into it.
The only trouble
basically,
is
yeah.
you said bless
like
your
people
heart.
constantly, even in cartoons, you'll see Southerners get, you know, imaged as these hicks, but that's not the case.
We are.
Overalls and the big straw hats, and you know, it's
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I really fuck with that outfit though. Like I would 100% rock that. Like if I had, I would do it. I would do it.
Overalls are. I'm pretty sure Jesus wore a pair of overalls. You know, they just feel great. You know, you can do anything in overalls. You can swim in them. You can sleep in them.
Swim
you
in
can probably
overalls?
have sex in them if you're.
Who the fuck is sleeping in overalls? You're a freak. You're a monster if you're sleeping in overalls.
I'm a Renaissance man, Shelton. I'm the people's champion.
I
know what I'm saying.
Freak.
He's got the mandate of the masses, bro.
The only thing that I would say.
I would rather get shot right between my eyes than ever sleep in a pair of fucking overalls.
Yeah. It's just straight jeans. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I'm
your
like,
entire
oh
body.
god, that's rough.
Could you imagine waking up and just having these
falling
worst
asleep in
wedgies?
jeans is just a different type of tired.
That's if you come home from a long day's work and that's how you just call it a night, then it just you're right. It shows how tired you are. Like no one wants to sleep in jeans.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a significant other, right, and you ever come home and see them laying in their bed with jeans on, asleep, do not wake them up. Let them wake up whenever, because they need.
Unless you want to wake them up with a little thank you for all you do, then I'm sure they wouldn't mind waking up.
No, that wouldn't happen. There's not a chance in hell.
No.
It'd be like,
absolutely
why are you sleeping in jeans? You get criticized for it. Oh, sorry for being tired. You know, let me just wake up.
Sorry for being tired.
Some people.
Okay, man. So we haven't talked in a while, Mo.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I know you interact with women a lot.
No, dude. You know what it is?
Women.
You know what it is? I've been told that I have a lot of answers to questions that people are seeking. And,
exactly.
That's where it starts. It's not anything more than that.
And he's a great chef, so sometimes he cooks.
Yeah, a lot of time it's for cooking tips and all that. So they know where to come.
Chef.
Yeah, bro. I got that sauce, that secret sauce.
It's mayonnaise.
Dude, when it comes to being a chef, I know pizza rolls and frozen burgers. That's my expertise, man.
I know different soups, chowders.
If you're feeling crazy, I can make both.
The most I could probably whip up is a nice old halal shish kebab or something.
He's a different
chowder.
Mo's a different kind of chef. Most of his food is
professionally
liquid.
It's professionally homemade.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Usually handmade.
No, I have not.
No,
Sometimes
but
he gets some assistance.
The thing with women is, how for guys in the wild, like for peacocks, for example, they got their feathers that go out to attract a mate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For chicks, you can tell a lot about a woman by the perfume she wears. Do you understand what I'm saying or not? Yeah, I didn't notice this. Like you guys are a little younger, so I didn't notice this until like probably 2 or 3 years from where you guys are right now. Dude, it's like you can smell if she's a good chick from the perfume that she chose to wear. You can smell if she's looking for a quick hookup. That's what I'm trying to say. You can smell if, like, that stuff is in the perfume she wears, if that makes any sense. I thought that this morning, and I instantly thought, because a really good-looking chick.
I'm going to be
happened to walk
100%
by.
honest, dude. Birds are bastards. Birds are scary.
What?
Wait, birds? Or
Did this come from the peacocks? Or
are you talking about chicks in general? Because chicks can be scary, too.
Peacocks, yeah. But, like, can you imagine a fucking ostrich running up to you? What do you...
Oh, no, an ostrich is different.
What
but
do you do?
If a peacock puts his feathers out next to you, that means it wants to do you. So you should take it in a flattering You should be flattered by
You're
it.
telling me you see a fucking dinosaur running at you.
Oh, dude, that's not a bird. Oh, that's a reptile. That's something. That's a different. A dinosaur?
That ostrich is a fucking menace.
No, ostriches just look sus. I wouldn't trust them. You know. What were you gonna?
Yeah.
Mo's over here pouring his heart out, and then Jace just goes, "Birds are fucking scary."
They are, dude.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm a big bird guy. Like I had a couple parakeets. I like birds like that. I don't know. It's
Yo, did you know that if you stand on like a ostrich egg, it can hold up to like 900 pounds, but if you drop it from above your head, it shatters?
I did not know
How
that.
the fuck does that work?
I don't know.
I want
But
to
it's
try it.
insane.
Is it only a specific point of the egg when you place?
No, it's like the whole thing because the ostrich sits on the egg. Hold on.
Oh,
The
I
ostrich.
can get his retainers out.
Shut up. The ostrich sits on the egg,
Yeah.
and so it's like 300 something pounds just like sitting on it. So
I
like,
never thought they put their full body weight on it. I thought it was just like
Bro, doing a wall squat and an egg? Fuck that shit.
I don't know. I thought they were like I don't know. I never thought about it. I was like, it's a bird. I mean,
Bro, their legs are
dude,
so
yeah.
tiny. There's no
Not
way they
chance.
could just squat over their egg.
Squat and shit on it, maybe, because I'm so scared. But now listen here. If like, say the end of the world's happening, right?
Mhm.
And like, there's no rules. Like everybody's just going crazy. This is gonna sound stupid. I would get on an ostrich and just raise hell. I mean, who's gonna try to stop me when I'm on a 7-foot bird? Who can stop me, really?
Shaquille O'Neal's just gonna clothesline you off the bird.
dude, my mind is blown right now. I'm like, no, dude. If it was really the end of the world, I wouldn't even be thinking about ostriches. I'd be doing something.
He'd be cooking every day, just all day, just making that soup.
No way, dude.
You'd have to at that point.
Oh, it's just, you got to think, like, what do I want to do before I die? And that's one thing I want to do. I want to get on an ostrich. Otherwise that'd be cool. I can't ride a bear.
I mean,
That's just so
if it
scary.
was the end of the world,
It's
you
like
might as
riding a
well.
furry tractor, except you can't control it.
I would
If
still
it was the end of
try.
the world, I would probably just kill myself because I could not handle.
Dude, if that's the case, like then why not try to ride a bear? It'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
The bear would just take one swipe and you'd be done.
Yeah, but it would hurt. It
I
would
mean,
hurt really bad.
I would attempt it. I'm not
still
gonna
do
lie.
it. Yeah, there's no way.
I mean, not if he just straight decapitates you.
Oh, so wait, that's what I was gonna say before because your guys' southernness is coming out and I love it. Like I want it to keep coming out.
That's what happens. No matter how far you move away from where you are in the South, if you connect with somebody else
Yeah,
from your region, it's gonna come out.
dude, that's sick. So basically,
No,
I
it's
was trying
going
to
to
tell
come out.
Sheldon that I could live out my days in Arkansas and blend in. No one would ever know the difference. They'd be like, "Yep, he's an Arkansas boy."
If you could do that, you would, and like gain the accent and all that, I guarantee you, as soon as somebody came to visit from New Jersey, you would immediately sound like a Jersey boy.
No,
once again.
because there's no such thing as a Jersey accent.
Yes,
It's
there is.
fabricated. It's something that
You're
other
a
people
Eastern
from out of
You're a
here
damn
say.
liar.
The what?
You're a damn liar.
No, you would have heard it from me if it existed.
I will say Jersey accents are more of a northeastern accent, whereas a New York accent is like strictly a New York accent.
Nah, the Jersey one just. If there was one, I assume it would be like a warm, inviting.
No,
Very
it's
polite.
very cold.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
That you've heard me and
Southern accent.
that's such a common name that I could say. You heard me and Tony before at work talking.
Yeah,
Tony.
nigga Tony.
You heard me and Tony.
You heard me and
Oh,
Tony
no way.
talking about the lasagna.
That's so
Heard me and
unreal.
Tony, yeah, we're talking at the depot. Yeah, the depot.
The home,
Yeah.
the Home Depot. You know.
Fair enough.
You're
But
a good boy.
but you see what I'm talking about?
That's a
It's
Jersey accent, though.
but it's complimentary. See what he did? He went for a compliment. That just shows how warm and
But when I
inviting.
hear that, the first thing I think of is, oh, he's definitely in the mafia. Like I don't.
Oh
think,
my God,
I
that's
don't think inviting.
that's a negative connotation. That's like me saying if I hear see what you just did, but it's not as extreme. But you said mafia, you associate with Jersey. That's like if I hear a Southern accent, I'm like, okay, this guy's definitely got a flog at home. He might have had a plantation.
Fuck is a flog?
It's an old school whip that we, for some reason, learned about.
Whoa! What the fuck?
We learned about it in our history books.
Absolutely not.
Whoa.
Up here we did. That's how I know what it is. I didn't just look up like, oh, what's an old school whip?
What a Southerner's own, and the first thing is flog.
You see, that's what I'm saying. You said Jersey for mafia, so I'm like, oh, not everyone in Jersey is in the mob,
Well,
but
let me tell you something. Down here, Flogged means getting attacked by a bird. If you get flogged, a bird is attacking you. Like
Wait, are you saying
flames,
flog or
cutting you.
flock?
Flogged.
Flog. What you just said. If you get flogged, you're getting attacked by a bird.
How many? Is it a specific number of birds or just a bird?
A bird. It can be any number of birds.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
a
attacked
flog-
by a crane.
a
I got flogged.
No, a flog is a whip, the one you hold it, but it extends into 9 different whips.
Jesus. Oh, okay.
All right,
I think.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
Jesus
they flog
Christ.
like horses and stuff to make them go faster. Now they use the.
Now, you know, in today's
Shut up,
society,
shut up,
but what
shut
I'm
up.
saying is...
Yeah. Chill.
Yeah,
Nah.
Talking about the old razzle dazzle, you know.
No,
Yeah.
when I think Southerners,
I'm just saying, that's where people up here, their mind goes. That,
yeah. The overalls, like a stereotypical Southerner.
I guess that would be
Now,
like what
it's a
younger
shotgun.
kids think. I don't think younger kids here would think shotgun either. I think they would just think like nice guy sitting on a porch, overalls,
With a
straw
shotgun.
hat.
With a shotgun. And as soon as you step on my lawn, he's like, "What you doing here, boy?"
No, they wouldn't think shotgun, like not a kid, but they would think like, maybe smoking a pipe or something on a rocking chair. The friendly Southern guy, with a big white beard or something. That's the way a little kid here would think.
With a
talking about
flog,
Santa?
just ready to
Jesus
whip
Christ.
the next.
No, he's not a fat guy. I would picture a skinny guy in overalls, Southerner.
Oh no, it's definitely fat for me.
Wow.
The portions in Arkansas are fucking huge.
Mhm.
Like I eat 2 meals a
Yeah.
day here, and when I go home, they will not let me eat 2 meals. Like I will eat all 3, and
Wow.
they'll make sure I eat till I'm full. Like,
Yeah.
it's just their hospitality is very warm and inviting, and you get what you need.
If you haven't eaten, you're gonna eat.
Mhm.
You are gonna eat. It's not like forceful. It's like
No, I know what you're
eat
saying.
today
Arabs
so
are like
you
the
don't
same
feel
way.
sick.
It is
So,
literally like like your grandma being like, "Oh, I'm gonna bake some cookies," and you're like, "No, grandma, I just ate lunch," and she's like, "It's okay, you can eat them whenever," and then you end up eating 48 cookies in a weekend.
See, with us,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
weird. It'd be like that you would get hit with the, "Oh, did I do something to offend you? Why aren't you eating my food? Why are you doing this to me? Did I offend you? Did I curse you out? Did I insult your family?" Like they would start flipping out.
No,
And
no,
why aren't you having my food? What did I do to you?
No, my pappy especially.
That guy sounds so
He'll
sick.
make
I
sure
love
you
that guy.
eat till
Like,
you're full, because when he was younger, he didn't always know when he was gonna get his next meal. So like he eats.
see, that's like a deep reason
He eats
right there.
3
That's
to 4
deep.
meals a
That-
day, because he'll eat breakfast, lunch, supper, and then right before bed he'll eat a sandwich with a glass of milk or a bowl of ice cream or something right before bed, and like that's kind of like his treat for the day. But yeah, like anytime that they
Speaking
eat.
of Pappy, how's Grammy Shelton?
I don't know, how's Tracy, Jace?
Tracy.
His mom.
Oh
Don't
no, I
worry
thought you were
about
talking
it.
about
Don't
that.
worry about it.
I thought you were
Don't
talking
worry.
about
I
the
didn't
song.
No.
No, that
Expect
song that
it
you
to
showed
fly
me.
so fast.
Did you? I'm not going crazy. What's that rapper's name?
Oh,
No, dude, this is what I thought you guys were referencing. I was like, does he like him too?
the young Gravy song where he's like, you talking about Tracy? Tracy with the
That's what I
ass?
thought you were saying. I was like, oh.
Speaking of Tracy, Tracy does have an ass.
I just look like I get it that me and him aren't like boys. But I just can't talk about my like guys like moms and stuff like that.
Oh no, I definitely can.
Like I cross a lot of boundaries, but that's like one boundary I can't. Like
I'm still expecting a present for Father's Day, Jace.
Yeah, so am I, buddy.
I know
We're
I
the same
haven't.
boat.
I know I haven't been the greatest father to you, but
let's
detour.
I'm trying to be like, what is it, Switzerland right now? How about we just settle?
Neutral?
Yeah, let's settle down, boys.
Actually,
How about we talk about Shelton's driving skills?
fucking.
You know what? They've been mentioned on the show. Now I have Sheldon's word and I got Jenna's word, but I need a tiebreaker right now. How is
I'll
Sheldon?
definitely give you some word.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
We used to back in 2018. Shelton and I both got jobs at an Italian restaurant.
There we go.
I like that.
And he was the only one that could drive. So, he was always taking us everywhere, just chauffeuring us. We're just having a good time. And one day, I don't know why, but I was outside of the car and I said, we can just look at each other when you're here. You can look at somebody. And when somebody says, "Watch this," some shit's about to go down. And I could just see in his eyes. I was outside the car. I said, "Don't hit me with that car.
He had the eye of the tiger
Don't hit
look.
me with that damn car." And he started giggling and shit. And I took off running, because I didn't know if he was going to hit me or like if he was just kidding. He stomped on that gas and he was flying down gravel. I said, "Ah!" taken on.
I know that scream. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I did not hit him hard.
His damn car.
I did not hit him hard. He didn't have any injuries. He's
But
fine.
you hit me with your car.
That's so absurd.
I've already told this story, but you went 70 miles down a gravel road, dancing with death.
Different.
No, it's
That's
not.
different.
And then as soon as you got done with that, we got on the highway, and I was being an idiot and stuck my head out the window, and then you jerked the car over and almost fell out of the car going 60 miles an hour on the highway.
Shelton, I didn't know any better. I'm changed now. I was just having a good time. That's all.
Okay.
I was just having a good time.
You brought me a lot closer to death than I brought you. That's all I'm going to say.
Shit. Yeah, I'll cry about it.
But another thing that Jason and I experienced with my car, before he had a car, we had a friend who was in track. And we were
Oh
doing
my
this thing-
god.
We were doing this thing where we would lock the doors, and then we would unlock them and lock them right before he could get the door open. And then the door was open. He had finally opened it, and we just kept nudging forward every time he tried to get in the car, so he couldn't get in.
Oh my god.
And so then somebody closes the door, and I lock them, and we just I ram the gas. We're
Stomps
going.
on it.
Yeah, and he's right fucking beside us, right beside us the entire time.
I was like, Shelton,
I looked down the
he's here.
speedometer. It
He's
said I
here.
was going 35 miles an hour, and he was still by the passengers.
That's actually absurd. That's unreal.
Terrifying.
Dude, why isn't this guy being scouted? Like, what? 35 miles an hour?
Well, there is he was just unreal.
Yeah, he was
Really,
crazy.
he was an animal. That's the best. I had to think of the best thing to describe him with. He was an animal. Like he was insane, dude. If you ran from him, you're not getting away.
Yeah,
It's just
it
you're
was
done.
funny.
You're done. You might as well not even run. You might as well let him have you. So like,
This guy sounds like a bear in the
I was
woods.
like, holy shit! What's he gonna do when he catches us? Like, is he gonna like
Flip
bust
the
the window,
car?
or is he gonna hurt us? Like,
Dude, at that moment, you should have just hit the brake, like, on the spot. He would have just...
I did
we
slow
should've-
down, and he just
we
took
should have
off.
swerved into him.
Oh no!
That wouldn't have hurt him if he was running that fast.
I like the way this guy
I
thinks.
think it really would have hurt him.
Nah, I think if you went, like, full... Like, I know what he's saying. If you, like... You can't go light
Slowly
into
nudge
him.
into him?
No. That's how you hurt him. You gotta go full speed into him.
No!
No, he's a big guy. He was a big dude. He was stout. So like, if anything, he
Dude, he's that big, running that
No,
fast.
he
This guy
wasn't-
sounds like a freak
he
of
wasn't
nature.
Huge. He was athletic fit, but he was very strong.
God damn.
Yeah, that's what we meant. Like he was just.
And he had
Dude, it was
abs
scary.
like crazy. Because he did pole vault.
Dude, sounds like if you lightly tapped him, your car would be dented.
He was wild. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
crazy.
He was. No, we also put him in the trunk one time because he said.
And
"Hey,
he broke
you
my
wanna drive me home?"
fucking
And
seat.
He was the one that said it. He was like, "Hey, what if I got in the trunk?"
No.
And we were like,
We put the
Oh yeah. Never
little
mind.
white dude in there. We put him in first and drove around crazy. And then we were like, yo, get in the trunk. And he was like, no. And so we fought him for like
Get in the
15
trunk.
minutes to get him in the trunk. And finally he was like,
And
whatever.
then we get him in there finally, and we shut it. And
This sounds like you guys just confessed to something here.
No, it gets
No,
worse. It gets worse.
It was completely consensual. Don't worry.
Yeah,
and
it was like fine,
he
whatever.
was. We were all giggling and stuff, and we just hear just banging like.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
I was afraid he was going
And
to
then
bust my
Shelton's-
taillight out like they did in that Halle Berry movie.
Shelton's seat just goes "Phew," and flies forward, and he's like trying to crawl out.
Yo.
And we really shouldn't have license. I don't see how they didn't get suspended.
Yeah, it was. We never got
To
caught.
be completely fair, yeah, we never got. That's one thing. If that's one thing you can't do down here is get caught because they will overreact like nobody's business.
Dude, I was thinking
some,
that, like...
some people will be like, "Oh yeah, they're just kids," and some people are like, "Throw them in jail. Throw them in jail. They don't need to be here."
That's fucked up. Like, dude, over here, we got certain things that are... Like, you probably heard, like, we legalized, like, betting. We legalized weed. So, like, if that stuff... Like, say they caught someone doing stuff like that over there, I could imagine.
Oh, yeah, it'd be fucked.
Yeah, you'd basically get, like, 3 life sentences.
But it is a lot
Oh, yeah.
safer to do what we were doing down there than it is here.
Oh, there's
It's
too
not
many
as
people here.
congested.
Yeah, there's too many people here. You definitely killed... Like, dude, if you did
No,
that over
and-
here...
and we live in a small town, so like nobody really cares
Yeah.
what you do. But like, if you mess with the wrong people, you got to get away. You can't sit there and try to explain yourself. You just got to run.
Wow.
That exact same day that the dude was running by our car, we were leaving. I was going to take Jace back home, and I don't remember what I was doing, but I wasn't looking at the road, and my car swerved a little bit, and I hit a mailbox.
Oh my God.
And like, it was crazy because Jace was like, Shelton! And then boom! I hit the mailbox. It was like my side view mirror. I hit the mailbox with that. I stopped the car. We get out, go to look for the mailbox. Fucking gone. Mailbox nowhere to be found.
Disappeared.
The post that it was on, like the wooden post down on the ground, gone. Like, not even a sign that there was a post.
That makes, like, it just disintegrated.
Fucking terrifying.
Yeah, really? Really? It just disappeared. I was like, we gotta go. Just go. Don't worry about it.
It was
like, that's a federal offense in Arkansas. Is to mess with somebody's mail or their mailbox.
Mm-hmm. We were minors at the time, but we still would have gotten...
yeah, we still would have gotten in bad trouble. So that's why we were so frantic to, like... At first, we were kind of, like, thinking, you do something crazy, you can't think straight. And then you get all that adrenaline. It's like, we gotta go. And, like, for the rest of the day, are they gonna find us? You think they're gonna find us? You think I know? You think they saw us? Just that anxiety. And it was just awful.
And on the opposite of adrenaline, there's exhaustion. And we have a few stories about exhaustion that were pretty great, too. So, Jace is a really big Grizzlies fan.
Dude, for those who can't see, like, we're video chatting with him right now, and he's got the Grizzlies shirt on, which I respect. You got to represent.
So we went to this Grizzlies game. We were chilling out, hanging, whatever. We come back home after the day. It was fucking great. It's like midnight when we get home.
Okay.
Right? And so we're just watching some TV, just laying around talking, whatever. We were watching a South Park episode.
Oh my God.
And there's a scene in this South Park episode where one of the kids is going through puberty. He's starting to get in the right direction. Every time he gets one, a little bell rings. And so,
oh no! So an angel gets his wings every time he. Okay.
Yeah.
It's basically his ding-a-ling. It's what they're trying to say.
Ba-ding.
So like
That's
he's
pretty.
sitting there in class, and he just starts to panic. He's like, "Oh, it's here, and his teacher just somehow knows, and he's like, "Can I be excused, please?" And okay, class. Jimmy's over here pitching a tent, so we're gonna go ahead and not look at him, so he doesn't feel ashamed.
That's so absurd.
We laughed till we cried, dude. We sat there and laughed for the rest of it was sleep deprivation. You were so tired that the smallest things were funny.
Yeah, that's true too.
We just didn't know how to handle ourselves. So I was like, oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Like, hands down.
Jimmy's pitching a tent right now. Okay.
Quite quiet.
And then
it was
and then at One Life, there was a church thing that we did called One Life, and we stayed the night at a friend's house, right? And so like the friend that we stayed at, the kid's dad eventually became like the mayor of the town. So like they were in a pretty nice house. Jace and I slept up in the basement. They had the basement cleared out and they had some mats down and shit. And we stayed up there with another guy.
Up in the basement? Listen to what you said.
But attic. Shit. Sorry. Wrong place in the house. Attic. We stayed in the attic, and this guy, we were just sitting there, we were talking, and I don't know how this sound came up, but he just goes...
Wait, who did that?
The guy we were staying with. Like we stayed up there with
him. It was another episode.
We were so tired. We were so tired, and just anytime that we would stop laughing, he would go... And we would just start laughing so hard, over and over again, until like 2, 3 in the morning when we finally passed out. Just
you gotta tell him about my who was in charge of us. What did I say again?
Oh,
somebody told us to stop.
Brian. It was Brian.
It was Brian. Yeah.
We had a friend named Brian. He actually was at the church that we used to go to, and then like he kind of moved churches with us over time, and so like we were pretty good friends with him. He'd known us since we were really young. And he was telling us to be quiet, like the next morning, or pack up or whatever. And then Jace, just out of nowhere, what did you say? Like, you're not the boss of me, old man?
What are you gonna do about it, old man?
What are you gonna do about it, old man? Yeah. And then we just hear him stomping up the steps to the attic, and Jace starts screaming like a little girl. No! No!
How old was this guy?
Mid-40s.
Oh, dude, you were definitely about to get fucked. You were about to get fucked up, dude. Oh my god, I could imagine how some of the guys here would have reacted too.
He was just, I mean, he was chilling.
My lunch for sure.
There was no bad blood. He was just like, oh, this kid's gonna talk to me like that. I'll show him.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. He would always give us noogies and stuff. That was his thing.
You know
And
what a
like
noogie
he
is?
would just he would have put a hole in your skull.
You don't know
Really?
what a noogie is?
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He would have given you one of those until you just cried.
I mean, he
Pretty
would.
much, yeah.
he
Not
would
till we
really dig in
cried,
there, no?
but like he would do it aggressively. He's like, "You gonna do it again? You gonna do it again?" No, sir.
That's funny as fuck. Nah, dude, over here, like, what we would have got slapped across the mouth for talking like that to somebody.
Ooh, you don't hit anybody in the face down here. That'll cause problems.
And now it's starting to cause a problem if you spank him on the butt too. So.
Really? Over here, it's like, oh, your kid wasn't acting right. So.
I mean, it's 50-50 over there, but
Yeah,
that's
kinda
beyond
hit
the
or
point.
miss.
He also had a zip line in his backyard. I don't think you were there for that.
I was.
You were? You did the zip line?
Yeah,
It's fucking dope, man. I love this.
Yeah, it was amazing.
With that also came Cadre. You remember Cadre?
God. Yeah, how couldn't I remember? I'd go back if I could.
So great. One day he woke up and he looked at me and he goes,
I
Shelton.
woke up and chose violence.
He looked at me and he goes, Shelton. I said, what? He goes, I've got a boner. I need it to go away. What do I do? And he was just rocked up for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, dude, it happens
Yeah,
to
it
the
was
best of
scary,
us.
dude.
No, I
was
know.
like, I'm at church. Camp and I'm hard. I'm going to hell. What do I gotta get rid of this thing.
And so I told him flex your muscles because the blood will rush to your other muscles. And he's just sitting there flexing for like 5 minutes, laying in his bed, and he's like, "It's not going away, Shelton."
Dude, that happens
Fucking
at the
hilarious.
most random, sometimes the worst times. How many times have we been at
really,
work?
Like,
Tell me about it, bro. You just have it sticking to your legs.
Dude, like, it could be... No, you're not even thinking twice. Like, some guy could just be, my dog died. I don't know what happened. And all of a sudden, the light bulb just goes up. And you're like, why? What did I do? It's not because... I feel bad that his
what
dog
did I
died.
do wrong?
Yeah.
What did I do to deserve
What did I do, God?
It's like, I'm not happy his dog died. Why is this happening? And there you go.
No, dude. It's just...
My God.
It's scary.
I don't know how I forgot this. Jace, do you remember the time that I got grounded in like 10th grade and all the boys came over?
Which house was it again? Was it your dad's?
It was my dad's house, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we had to bust him out.
So I haven't told this story yet. I don't know why I haven't. But so a few years back, right? Jen and I had been dating for just a little bit. Like we hadn't even been dating a year yet.
Mm-hmm.
And went over to her house. We were watching a movie and getting the treatment. Both of us getting the treatment, And her mom
Yuck.
walked in. And
Surprise!
and I got grounded pretty fiercely. So that happens. I get kicked out of the house, and I'm sitting on the steps waiting for my dad to come pick me up and take me home because we weren't old enough for cars yet. So I text the group chat right before I start deleting everything in my phone. I text the group chat. I'm like, boys, I'm about to be grounded. I won't be on for a while. And they were like, yo, what's going on? And I didn't even have time to respond to them. I just started deleting.
I said
stuff.
not for long.
So then the next morning, right, it's like I slept in a little bit. So I'm thinking probably 10 noon-ish, somewhere around there. Somebody starts knocking on the door. And I come over, and it's all the guys from the group chat, just all the boys right there. And I was like, Dad, can I go talk to him? He was like, you have 5 minutes. So I step outside, and they're talking. They're asking me what happened, what's going on. And then after I tell them all this stuff, Jace just goes, all right, boys, let's have a moment of silence for our fallen brothers, and let's pray. Mm-hmm. So we all grab hands, and he goes, God, why do you hate Shelton? Amen.
Oh, my God.
We fucking laughed for the rest, the other 4 minutes or whatever that I had left, just busting out laughing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man, you got to think. One thing, before we didn't have cars, we literally walked everywhere.
Yeah.
We walked all over town. We just, we call it the Shoe Leather Express. If you don't have a car, you walk. Because you can't be late for work. You can't miss work. You don't miss work around here unless you're sick or somebody died. And, we want to go somewhere. Hey, boys, You want to meet up and we'll walk together?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you remember because we walked to that gas station at like 12.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I do remember that. Yeah, it was crazy. Crazy times. But yeah, I don't know why that came up. Probably because we were talking about cadre and God and getting hard in wrong places. Do you remember whenever Darius launched you into the air?
Dude, I only know one Darius.
Okay, so do you know what a water blob is, Mo?
No.
It's that big tube they have in the water that one person jumps out, the other one goes flying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
We had one of those.
Okay, so just kind of think, we were in 10th grade, right? When we went to college, 9th or 10th grade.
We were pretty young, yeah.
Okay, so like we were either freshman or sophomore. We're smaller than what we are now.
A lot.
And I'm terrified to go on this water blob, dude. It's like a 20-foot drop from the platform. You got to jump and then slap that and send somebody else up, and
And their one
we were
rule,
supposed to go.
Their one rule was like they weren't gonna do anybody like 25 or 50 pounds over what you were. They were just trying to keep you similar.
And that was horse shit.
Jace weighs like 140, 150 at the time. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I was about 140, 150, right? I played football, so, I worked out, but I was still small. This kid named Darius, I think it was Darius Matthews or something. He plays for Ole Miss now, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
He plays for D1 football for Ole Miss. He's a lineman. If that gives you any idea how big he is.
That's like 300 pounds, basically, for a lineman.
Huge.
I got a story after this. I look up, I'm kind of sitting here just like, who is it? I look back, and I see Darius. Ooh, get me off. And I was sitting here trying to crawl off, and then the next thing I know, I'm like 30 feet in the air and just slapped the water in front of God and everybody.
Oh, dude, he hit hard.
And speaking on Darius, the first time I met him, actually, I was a freshman going into a sophomore, and we had pad camp, and I'm sure Sheldon knows what pad camp is. Pad camp is you have your shoulder pads and your helmet, and you meet other teams at a school, and you just scrimmage. So this is my first year of football, trying to still figure everything out, and they were like, we're going to put you as a linebacker, all right? So your job is just to run around the line. I was like, all right, that seems easy enough. So, I'm kind of looking around, kind of seeing how big everybody is. I'm like, I think I got a good chance. Did not see Darius squatted down at the line, keep in mind. And I'm about 5'6" or so at the time, 140 pounds. And I run around the line, and all I see is Darius. And he just grabs me and picks me up. And I'm just kind of looking down. He's like, fuck out of my way. And throws me. He just threw me out of the way. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm running away.
He's huge, super scary, but the sweetest guy. Just super sweet.
Oh yeah, he's the nicest guy ever. You wouldn't expect him to be so nice because of his stature, but he was a freight train, dude. He still is to this day.
All right. With that being said, Mo, do you have any more specific questions for Jace that you would like to talk about?
I feel like you guys touched a lot of them for me to get a feel as to your friendship is actually sick. You guys are I like it a lot. You guys are a good dynamic. The questions were basically just so I could get a feel for the kind of guy he was.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Well, we do have one response on the best friend interview from a guy named Jonathan. I don't think he says where he's from, but he asked.
What's up, Jonathan?
He has 3 questions. He says, "What was it like growing up in the country, Jace?"
What was it like? It's actually really pretty. It's called a natural state for a reason because there's plenty of fields. You can see mountains. Just if you go to Fayetteville, Arkansas, you're up in the Ozarks basically, and the Ozark Mountains are beautiful, and especially around fall, all the leaves change, and you're just driving through, and it's peaceful because there's fields, there's animals, there's cows and stuff. And one guy in Paragould actually has exotic animals. He has a zebra in his yard. He has llamas.
That's so unreal.
It's really cool.
That's crazy.
Really, it's just a different experience. For somebody in a big city to see a small town like this.
So you've had the best of both worlds now for a little while. Mm-hmm. You got a good sample size. what would you choose? City or...
Mix. It has to be a mix. I can't live in the country now knowing what the city is like, but I really hate how bad the city smells. Like, if the city smelled as natural as Arkansas does, like, I would just be in heaven, because, like, I would get to be able to do all the things, and, like, if I want to leave, never have a dull moment. Like, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
But
another thing, Mo. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Another thing, Mo. We have a place called Murfreesboro, Arkansas, and you can go dig for diamonds. And if you find it, you keep it.
Mm-hmm. What?
And they've gotten some pretty big diamonds out there, too. They've
got quartz, any sort of diamond. Because, like, our state jewel is a diamond. And you just, you go out there, you pay to dig. You dig as long as you want. Yeah, you keep it, whatever you find.
They open at, like, 6 in the morning. And it's just like a standard fee. You pay that. And you can, like, dig all day.
That's crazy. We don't have anything like that over here.
Mm-hmm. Now, most of the time, you don't find anything. You find something small.
How much is the fee?
It's still dope. I don't know. It's not expensive.
It's like $20. I mean, it's like $20 to $30 because you're anywhere from $20 to $50 because you're digging for diamonds, and if you find it, which not a lot of people have, but it's still fun to just go out there and experience it.
Yeah, if you ever come home with me, we may do that, because I've never been. I've just, we hear about it in school and stuff.
Because you would like the scenery. Let's get to those other questions.
All right, we've got another question from Jonathan. It says, how has Shelton changed since moving in a city?
That's actually a sick question.
I miss Shelton a lot. And, we kind of had the same problems growing up that I'm not going to get into depth about. But, we kind of always had each other. And Shelton's growth has really changed a lot from being that kid raising his hand saying, "Who hates this church?
Oh my fucking God.
Raise your hand if you hate this church."
We didn't even tell that story.
A lot, and okay, after this. Shelton has grown as a person a lot, and he's still, whenever you get down here, we're going to dick around. We're going to play Manhunt. If Mo doesn't know what that is, we can explain in a minute.
No, we play, it's a common game up here too.
We're going to shoot each other with paintballs.
So basically, we grew up in the same church since we were babies, like church nursery. And Shelton was pissed about something. And he just goes, he gets under a table and everybody else having a good time, just running around and laughing. And all of a sudden, it gets quiet for a second. You can hear Shelton, "Raise your hand if you hate this church." And nobody responds. "Fine, I don't need any of you anyway."
Yo, that's crazy.
He turns around under the table and faces away from everybody.
I was a little prick, but mind you, out of the trio of friends that I had, Jace being in that trio, I was the coolest head, and still am, out of all three.
Going back to what Shelton said in the previous podcast, I was definitely the hothead.
Oh yeah, the one that punched the dude over the ice cream. That was Jace. Yeah.
If somebody said one cross word, I'd get furious.
Mm-hmm. Still does.
I've gotten better about it, but it just
certain
I don't
things,
like
you just have certain things.
Shit talkers, it's just triggers, but it's gotten better.
It has, and I'm proud of you for it, boy. All right, last question from Jonathan says, "What was the craziest / stupidest / scariest thing you and Shelton have ever done?"
Oh shit. Oh. This is going to take us. Jonathan, you with these curveballs, man. We've done a lot of stupid shit, from ding-dong ditching to playing tag in Lowe's and getting ran out by security. But hands down, the stupidest thing we've ever done. You're going to have to help me on this one.
Okay. I don't know. Ding-dong ditching was pretty dumb. I think probably... when we used to race everywhere, that was pretty stupid.
Okay, yeah. So, in Arkansas, especially small towns, cops sit everywhere. And it's annoying. They wait for you to just mess up. And we would race. And, as soon as I got my car, I drove a 1997 GMC Sierra. And it was a cherry red color, and it was beautiful. But it would fly for an older car, and we would race everywhere. We would go in the turning lanes and get around each other. We would almost run into each other. We'd run stoplights. So really, that's probably the stupidest thing we've done, because it wasn't our best idea, but we did it because it was funny.
Yeah, it's probably a tie between that and the water slides we always had at my birthday party.
I got another story about that. So we were having a pool party at Shelton's. You know, how old were we? Like 7, 8?
Oh fuck! No, we were older than that because Lance was old enough. We were probably 9 or 10.
Okay, so we were done 9 or 10, right? Shelton asked me, you know, because Shelton already gashed his toe open.
Yeah.
Somehow, I can't remember how he gashed his toe open. He's terrible.
I got you. Hold on, I'll elaborate on that. So this water slide, right? It's a tarp. It's the blue tarp that you throw over stuff. So it's not exactly the smoothest of things. But we put baby oil and some soap and stuff, and we held it down with 2 big ass rocks. And so I'm running to go slide, and I took one more step than I should have, and slipped and busted my toe open on the rock, like one of the rocks, and like it was nasty. Skin was hanging off of it. I had to wrap it in duct tape. Like that's how redneck we got with it. We just wrapped it in duct tape. And so then,
okay, so
go ahead.
My injury was a little worse.
Yeah.
I got the shit into the stick, basically. So, you know, Shelton asked me, hey, will you go turn the water on? I was like, yeah, this is a freak accident. 1 in a million chance. We had some lawn chair blades, Mo, and they had metal blades, right, that fold out. Lawn chairs, lawn chair blades. Sorry.
I gotta correct you a little bit. So I asked him to go turn the water off. We had well water, so you had to pull it up.
Yeah,
so he goes and runs there. And then he comes back, and the lawn chairs that he's talking about, there were these metal chairs, and they didn't fold or anything. They just stayed like they were. And the legs were like a square that connected to the bottom. And then at the very bottom, the one that touched the ground, on the 2 corners, they were thin, like really thin. Instead of like the thick bar,
like razor blade thin, basically.
Thin, almost like they were welded together.
Okay.
You know, and so
I'm running back and slip on the grass. And this is how it went. Here's my toes, the webbing between my toes. Here's the blade, right between them, and cuts me, like cuts the webbing apart. My toes are like hanging apart, and I just like you're frozen in shock. You're like, what the fuck just what just happened? And it kind of took a second to register in my head that my toe was cut in half. So I had to get 4 stitches after that.
Yeah, it went in between his toes. He had to get his toes stitched together.
Dude, that's...
And going back to Jonathan's first question about growing up in the South, we make our own fun.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have anything to do. We had a bowling alley. It got shut down. We had a laser tag place. It got shut down. If you want to go to anything, we have a city about 20 minutes away. It's called Jonesboro. And, you know, Jonesboro has bowling. They have a trampoline park. They used to have a mall, but a tornado went through it back in March of 2020. And if you want to explain Manhunt a little bit, Sheldon, you can, because that's our favorite game.
It's very common up here too.
There was something I was gonna say to elaborate on something, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, we make our own fun. We had a trampoline, and it ended up rusting and breaking. But I remember this story. And this will probably be the last one. We'll have to get out of here. But
I got one more for you.
Okay.
Going back to the water slide.
So, Jason and I were jumping up and down, and his foot got caught in between the trampoline and the spring, and he's hanging over the edge.
That hurts so
I'm just
bad.
Laughing,
dude. I was like dangling. I was like, "What do I do?"
Yeah, like all his pressure,
Somebody
all the
get me
pressure
down.
was on his shin bone, and we were young, so like we didn't weigh a whole lot, but it still hurt. And he was like, "Shout that help!" So we got him out, but it was really funny.
Going back to the water slide story, my brother and I have always been dumb and dumber.
Oh.
You know, it's always been, hey, I dare you do this, or hey, watch this. And like I said, when you say watch this, you just get this look in your eye. And sometimes you don't even have to say anything. You just know some shit's about to go down. So, you know, we were at Walmart with our dad, and we were sitting there peeing in the urinals. And the urinals had this thin wall between them. You know, you could see each other. You couldn't see each other's business, but you could see each other.
Like
and I just look up at Drew. I look up at my brother and start laughing. And the first thing he says is, "You better not piss on me. Do not pee on me. Do you understand?" And I piss all over his leg. I don't know why. What made me do this? It's just, I can't. I peed on his leg and then took off running. But my dumbass decided to pull my pants off and pull my pants up and then wash my hands. So he says, nope, and turns around and pees all on the floor, grabs me, and then slings me through it like a water slide.
Fucking
so I have to walk around Walmart looking like I just fell in a pool.
Piss.
It's a pee-pee pool.
Oh, man.
But just some of the shit, and that's a good memory now, but it was gross at the time, and that's just some of the stuff that you'll hear if you listen to these goons and their podcasts, especially Shelton, because that guy has done who knows what. I know what he's done.
Most of it's with you,
can't really
fucker.
Disclose it. No, yeah, I can't really say anything because, 90% of the time I'm the guy with the idea, like, hey, you want to go do this? It'll be funny. But, we're kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're kids. What are we gonna do? Just having fun, it's all.
Yeah. All right, bub. Well, that is going to be all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed the best friend interview. This will not be the last that we hear of Jace. He will be a recurring guest. So,
y'all motherfuckers better buckle up. Some crazy stories.
So, yeah, rate and subscribe, give us some reviews. That helps us get our name out there. We love you guys. Hope you have a good week. And we'll see you next week. Peace.